Very nice. I think you are at the right place, Aryan, and I'll share some of the resources. I think in the interest of time, let me kind of first share how the construct of this Science of Mind Club and self-coaching in particularly was, and then probably I'll answer some of your questions and give you some more suggestions.
Looking at
So,
the picture, I want to add just one quick thing that I'm
mhm.
also a Vipassana meditator.
Oh, great, great. Wonderful. As they say that people, your vibe attracts your tribe. So people who are in the same vibration, they actually find each other. Yeah. So again, I would like to kind of extend a very warm welcome to you, the Science of Mind Club, and basically the Science of Mind Club is about understanding our mind better and using various ways of using NLP and modalities like positive psychology. So when I started this, it was like a gratitude to my teachers. So this is my favorite quote, and we always start with some good quotes. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Okay, so in my life, I was fortunate that when I became ready, I found some amazing teachers, amazing mentors. Okay, and that is where I learned a lot, and it's like a way of giving back to the wider universe, whatever I have learned from my teachers. So I also see Rajesh has also joined. Very warm welcome, yeah, Rajesh, to the Science of Mind Club. We just got started. So
Thank you.
another important aspect of this journey of self-coaching was that until we make unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Which means that as human beings, we are so much programmed by our unconscious patterns, our subconscious patterns. And if we are not increasing our awareness, we'll always be controlled by that unconscious and we can blame it on any number of things. But this session, or probably this opportunity of connecting on Science of Mind Club, is all about building our awareness, taking charge, and raising our accountability. Because our life will shrink or expand in proportion of the accountability that we take or the awareness that we create. So, this 21 part self coaching journey was about finding your better version, was about finding your better self, and bit by bit. And I'll show you in a while that how the overall journey is planned. And I think, both of you are joining for the first time, but no issues, Aryan and Rajesh. I'll be sharing with you an email with the earlier recordings, which will help you to kind of connect the dots further. Okay, so what we are saying is that progress is more powerful than perfection, which means that if you are making small progress, incremental progress, it is not important that you do a very big, mammoth task in just one day. No, it's not required. It's built on daily progress, micro actions. So this is where we are using the techniques of neuro-linguistic programming, positive psychology to kind of rewire our brain for daily action. And this was one of my favorite quotes from the entire series that we have done. These are Shaolin monks. Okay. So the hall in which they practice, and Shaolin, for those of you who will be listening to this later who are not aware, is the one of the best schools of martial art in the whole world, not from today, but from generations. So what happens here is that common people, they join Shaolin and they are taken by just the order of monks who are there as the facilitators or the senior coordinators of this Shaolin temple. They take these monks and they teach them the ways, the philosophy of the Shaolin, the Zen Buddhism, and all of that. But they also teach them martial art. And the hall, in particularly the hall in which they do their morning routine, and that kung fu routine is not very different from moving yoga. I would say yoga is the precursor of all the martial arts in the world. It all originated in India. In fact, the founder of Shaolin was an Indian prince who went from here to India, to from India to China, and he took uh, the art of kung fu or the art of what used to be called in, I think, in our ancient Vedas and Puranas, Dhanur Vidya, the Dhanur Ved. And he took that kung fu from here to China, and it was the Yuddha Kala of India. Interestingly, the chamber in which that they practice, the simple stance, like you can see in this picture, the floors have a little bit of, I would say, a depression on it, just by the footsteps, because they used to pound their footstep, they used to jump and all of that. So the floor still date has the impression in of the footsteps that they have with these simple movements. So what is the insight? Let me take a pause. The insight here is this: we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an art but a habit. Okay, so let that settle in. We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an art but a habit. Very warm welcome to you, Pradnya, for joining the session as well. I can see that you have just joined. You have not missed anything. So, friends, all I'm saying is it's the daily actions, it is the repeated actions that kind of shape us, that shape our mind, that makes us better day by day. It's not that one day that we will find a magic lamp and the genie will come out and change our life. No, it will not happen. It's not that one day something very unique will happen where all the planets will be in a straight line, or where the destiny will, it will be the right planet and stars combination. No, the daily actions and the micro actions shape us as leaders, shape us as successful people. So that success is created daily. And another important aspect of the Science of Mind Club is that I see each one of you as a leader. I see that you have taken a big step, of breaking a normal pattern. See, the normal pattern would have been that everybody continues on a Sunday morning the way how they are. But you have broken that pattern and you have joined this call. It's a very simple intention that what is it that I can learn today? What is it that one thing that I can pick up today? So if there is one thing that you can pick up today, is this very simple thing. I would say the word is not just leadership, but I'll add an adjective to it. It's called humble leadership. So that humble leadership is about understanding that it's an art. Yeah, I would say it's a science and art at the same time, but if I have to choose one, then I'll choose art. So leadership is an art and it begins from the heart. Okay, so it begins from the intention that how I can serve those around me better, how I can be in service to my community, how I can be in service to my family and friends, and how my better version can be in service of my life purpose, my life goal. Okay, so that is the intention with which we started the Science of Mind Club. That is the intention with which we also started the self coaching series, where the idea is that your higher self, your version from the future, is coming to this point today and coaching you. You are becoming better because there is a higher consciousness of yours which wants you to become better. You are upgrading your version as we were speaking. So once again, this intention of Science of Mind Club is that we give you a platform where we exchange ideas, where we give you the resources. In the last 1 year, I have recorded 3 important courses in this. The first course was about mindfulness, that how we can be about very, very mindful and aware in our life. There were mindfulness practices that I have shared, very, very simple to do, but really effective. So that is freely available. I'll share the link post this session. Second course I recorded was on neuro-linguistic programming, where tools, techniques, and tips from the NLP world I have shared. I'm already a master practitioner and a trainer. So I thought that why to keep all these techniques in a closet? Let me share them freely. So I did a series, some of people joined there and they got benefited. That is available free of charge. Last but not the least, some couple of months back, as a gratitude to two of my teachers, Itchnathan and Marshall Goldsmith, I curated this 21 part self coaching series. so that people can help themselves with the tools specially curated in the coaching area. So this is where it is, and I saw amazing interaction with people. I saw people brought their actual problems where they were struggling. I was able to kind of give them a perspective. Some of the colleagues only shared that okay how they came up, and that became an example for the others. And that's how this curiosity helped us as a community to actually learn, apply, share, and transform these resources. Okay. So for all of you who have joined this call, or maybe somebody will be listening it later, and I'll put the recording on YouTube. If I'll be sharing that what this journey of coaching was all about. And if you ask me, if you are on your own journey of becoming a better self, you have to work on three things. Yeah. So if today this is your version 1.0, like Aryan 1.0 or Pradnya 1.0 or Rajesh 1.0, if you want to become a 2.0 version, I think three areas where you have to work. And that's how the self coaching journey was divided. First area is the area of mindset. Okay, it's always any kind of a growth is inside out. So the first few few lessons that we focused on was on mindset. How do we cultivate the right mindset? Okay, how do we hold the right intentions? What is the power of questions? Okay, questions are very very powerful. So that all I have covered, and how gratitude plays a very important part for any growth mindset to happen. Okay, so that was the first thing. The second thing that I shared with uh, all the students on this journey was about the skill set. What are the skills of how do you set powerful goals? How do you set up, you know, understanding of that goal in a deeper way? How do you kind of understand your reality and transform that? How do you capture the right options and set the right frames? Those are some of the skills which will help you to go in the direction of the outcome that you want. So this is a coaching journey basically. This is enabled by you yourself. Okay, so I'm not saying that I'll leave it at that. There were people who reached out to me during the coaching journey, and I also offer pro bono support to them on their coaching journey. That means I don't charge it, and I'm more than happy if there are some doubts or questions, and I can answer that. So, but most importantly, you are the driver of this progress. So the skills were also shared in this format that you yourself should engage into taking that driver's seat. Okay, so it is very very self-driven, is what I can say. And last but not the least, I shared the tool set, and we just concluded the 21st session last week. And some people were consistent. When I say consistent, in fact, I was very very happy and surprised to see that there are people who are showing up consistently, and probably I want to now acknowledge those people. But then, just to kind of summarize this journey of self coaching, I would say, friends, that if today, even if you're starting today, okay, you can go very strong in the journey. It can be a beautiful chapter that unfolds for you. What you need to just decide is work on your mindset. One change that you want to do in your mindset, one or two skills that you want to pick up for the new future that you want to create, the new future self, the better version you want to create. And third, practice those tools consistently. Okay, like one of the tools that I shared with people was something as simple as action planning. And action planning, my favorite word was micro actions. So it's not like big things change our life, but micro actions that we can do today. Okay, then another tool that I shared with the colleagues here is self appraisal. So we do a lot of appraisal for the organizations where we work, but what if we start to do a appraisal every year for ourselves? That means you are your own appraiser. Okay, and most importantly, the power of follow up, seeking the right mentors, and these are some of the most amazing things that we have spoken about. People really resonated with it. And last but not the least, whatever you are learning, see, I am sharing it because somebody did it for me, and I'm paying it forward. And just to continue the I would say the tradition of this, you can also pay it forward. You can also pay it to the next person. You can also become a better version of yourself and help somebody else in the future. That is the only intention with which I held these 21 classes. And special mention, very special mention, these 10 individuals. The session is getting recorded, and I know that most of them, they also go back and listen to it quite consistently. So I want to really appreciate Hanuman Joshi, who has been very, very consistent on this. Pihu also, uh, I I found as very, very proactive person, and she kind of picked up skills from here, and she did a lot of this action planning and got great results. Ritika, I want to mention Aarti, Devang, these people really, really consistent. So, and Vignesh, Amruta, Surya, Ashish, and Abhinav. So these were people who are very consistent all on this journey. I really appreciate them all. And as a small token of appreciation to all these 10 of them, I will be sending them my book, the book that I wrote in 2014, and which is called the 7 Course Leadership Menu. I'll be sharing it over to them. And for people who have joined as well, I'll be happy to share a copy. Okay. So I'll take a pause here, and if there are any questions you have, I'll be more than happy to answer it. And then I will be making few announcements that how we will be taking the journey ahead for Science of Mind Club. So, friends, I welcome you all for asking your questions now. This is the right time. If you have any questions, you can ask either on the chat or you can unmute. I'm okay. Aryan, Pradnya, Rajesh ji, any questions you have?
First of all, it's a great journey of yours, and I really appreciate your efforts and time for this. And you, 21 weeks, is this 21 days or 21 weeks? I just want to know.
Okay. Okay. So, Aryan, this happened every Sunday for 21 weeks. So this is like 21 Sundays that all of us invested. And all these 21 recordings, and we also did a pit stop somewhere in the middle where there were question and answers and some pre-submitted questions and live questions were answered. So that is also available. So in total, it was like 22, 23 recordings that we have created, and I've put it all on YouTube. I'll just show you where it is available, and I'll also be sharing it.
So that's a great effort, and again, uh, as a helping service, or as you got the learning and you are passing on the learning, it's a great structure overall. I would say.
Thank you. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you for your words of appreciation. Yeah, Pragnya, I'll just share the YouTube channel name in a while. You can see the logo on the top right corner. It's called The Self Mastery Zone. Yeah, so I'll share it with you. I have your email when you have filled in your details, and I'll be sharing as a 101 email as well. Yeah, but this is your time to ask any questions, guys. If you have any questions on understanding any of these concepts, any other thing about this, Rajesh.
Not in
Uh,
particular. Thank you.
Okay.
yeah, go ahead, Raj. All right, I'll ask.
Mhm.
I, actually, I was feeling like something is stopping in me, some mental blockage or something. So I just went to meet up, and I thought NLP courses or NLP learning somewhere, if it is there, it will be helpful. So I just came across this, and I want to know. I'm starting training business, and how to find our where we are lacking, or where we have to improve, or something like that, or something. What is stopping us, or something like that. If we want to find out how to go ahead with that.
So thank you, Aryan, for your question. I would say two things. First of all, there is something which is coming up for understanding neurolinguistic programming, but nevertheless, I will be sharing some resources with you. See, where we are getting stuck, it can be different for different people. Like, for some people, it can be just one experience from the past, some belief system. For some other people, it can be anxiety, anything. But then the most important point is, I would say that the change will start the day when we acknowledge that. Like you have been brave enough to acknowledge, saying that, okay, there was one roadblock because of which my growth is getting stopped. Now that acknowledgement or awareness, now it will unfold a lot of things. Okay, so the key difference is, a lot of people, they ask this question, why it is so, why it is so. Now the moment you ask a why question, answers you are getting are too many things which will be non-helpful. So why I'm getting stuck is because of this, why I'm getting stuck is because of that, and maybe this, or maybe it is in the parenting, or maybe it is in my circumstances, or the country I'm born. There can be n number of reasons. But the moment when we transform that why to a how question, how I can achieve the outcome that I want to achieve. So in NLP, we say that your mind is like Google. Okay, like these days, like we were speaking, I think Rajesh and I, we joined a little early, and we were speaking that nowadays people are doing a lot of AI courses, generative AI. The best machine available to you is not the chat GPT, but it is your mind, which is the best generative machine. And the way to unlock the power of both the generative AI as well as your mind, answer lies the same. It lies in prompting. If you are writing the better prompt, and Rajesh, you can also express your ideas and views. See, the better the prompt, the better the answer. So if we are not asking the right questions to ourselves, and there is a beautiful book, I'll tell you the name. The name of the book is Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. Change your questions, change your life. It's not that we will get success by default or destiny. Success is never happening in anyone's life by default or destiny. It is happening by design. So, my short answer to your question is, Aryan, design your next journey. It doesn't matter where you have come from. It doesn't matter what all things that you have tried and failed. Doesn't matter. What matters is that right now, in today's moment, it's a very auspicious day today in India. You design, you take up, you open up, you buy a diary, buy a journal, or you open up a canvas, and let this be the first day of your planning, and you start designing, and you design it with the right questions. Okay, so that's my short answer, and there is more which is coming up, and I hope that in a way I answered some part of your question.
I has answered a major part. That's their root cause where we have to work upon. Think about it.
So friends, let me kind of quickly make some announcements in the interest of time, that how we will be carrying this Science of Mind Club forward. So the way how I'm now shifting or pivoting in my Science of Mind journey is that I'll be doing monthly Q&A calls. So which means that instead of weekly calls, so weekly I will be catching up with people, but mostly on one-to-one basis, because I'm heavily now invested in focusing on coaching as a practice. Okay, so I am on my journey of becoming a coach. So I'll be focusing mostly on coaching, but monthly Q&A calls, and I'll be posting all those dates in Meetup on our community page. And I'm going to show you something really exciting which is coming up. But there will be monthly detailed Q&A calls. This is the first shift that we will be making to Science of Mind. So it will not be weekly, but it will be monthly going forward. Second, as I'm focusing on coaching, I will be offering a lot of pro bono coaching, one-to-one coaching, team coaching on demand. Okay, so my calendar will be available for any of you who would like to get benefited. I'll just show you the platform from where you can reach out to me directly. And it's a mostly a one-on-one coaching is what I will be doing. That is the second way in which I'm pivoting on the intention of taking this club to the next level. Okay. And last but not the least, and this is really I'm excited about, which I think a lot of the club members have been asking. First time we will be doing a 30 days WhatsApp NLP mastery course. Okay, so you can just drop me an email, or we have a group a channel on WhatsApp. So I'll paste the link there. And some of you, if you want, it's again a free course, a free 30 days WhatsApp NLP mastery course, where whatever we have shared till now was the basic stuff. I will be now sharing 30 days of curated small micro bites of learning on mastery techniques of NLP, as well as I will be sharing some tasks. So this can be a reading, this can be maybe a further resource. So I will be kind of building it like a mastery level course, but over 30 days on WhatsApp, and this will be specifically to all those who are interested in this subject. Okay. So these are the three ways in which I'll be taking further the journey of Science of Mind Club. And now is the time for the big announcement. The way how I want to kind of express my gratitude to you and to all the members of this community is by a new website. It is called uncoach.in, as this is purely focused on coaching. There is a URL, and these are all pro bono coachings that I will be doing on a Saturday. Okay, so for some of us, Sunday was a little bit of a difficult day. I did few polls around the WhatsApp channel, and most of them, or some of them, were more around Saturday, and some of them called me as well. So you can go to uncoach.in, where you will find my complete bio, the complete work that I do on various places. It is all compiled into one page. And in the spirit of gratitude, in the spirit of kind of helping you, support you in your journey, I will be offering pro bono coaching. Okay, so this is my final announcement. And for those of you who are asking for where the YouTube channel is, this is how the YouTube channel looks like. And there are a lot of resources you will find. Please feel free to go through it, share it with like minded friends, share it with like minded people. And I'll be happy if some of the ideas inspire you on your own journey or inspire anybody in their journey. And there were a lot of my mentors, in fact, whom I brought into a podcast kind of format on this. So you will find all such beautiful information on this YouTube channel. I'll take a pause now. And as today is what we call Diwali in India, Festival of Lights. So, on behalf of the entire Science of Mind community, as well as the upcoming initiative, I want to kind of take this moment to wish you and your family a very, very happy and prosperous Diwali. Thank you so much to all those who joined me on this self coaching adventure of 21 sessions. Thank you so much for all those who showed up on this Sunday, this beautiful Diwali morning, to ask the questions and being support to this community. I really value your actions, value your efforts, and some very, very powerful uh, metaphor that lies in Diwali is that after we do uh, Diwali puja, we light up a lamp, and that lamp kind of goes ahead and lights the other lamps. Okay, so I see each one of our club members and those who are listening and those who are supporting in any shape or form as a lamp in the journey, and that is where we continue to light many more lamps. So thank you so much. My name is Anupam Rawat. I have been a host of the Science of Mind Club. And with deep gratitude, I thank you for your focused awareness and your intention of becoming better. And I'll see you next time on our monthly Q&A call. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Happy Diwali to you.
Happy Diwali. Bye-bye.
Thank you.